Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy pre-Valentine's Friday at that. So naturally, today we're going to do a Project Life with me, but we're going to do a Valentine spread. So these are actually photos from Valentine's Day last year, which is crazy to think about because it was like pre-pandemic, like full-blown pandemic anyway. So sorry if a couple things are off screen. There was no way for me to zoom out and get every single square inch like I wanted. So you're just going to have to use your imagination just a touch to see those little off edge moments. And then we're going to do a really nice slow pan at the end. So you will see all of the nooks and crannies. Anyways, so I was trying to use up some of my paper stash that didn't go very well, actually. I had tons of scraps off to the side, and I used like a fraction of them. Total question. Do you guys have issues using up your scraps? Because I sure as heck do sometimes. I go through stages where I'm good at it and then I'm bad at it. I'm better at it if I'm not filming because I can play with like a whole box of scraps. I don't know. That's just me. So you see me play with a bunch of different odds and ends scraps. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the paper just as a whole. So the ombre print, like script version paper that I'm using and I cut down into cards is actually from Crate Paper. It's from the LaLaLove collection that came out. I think it was part of like an open stock at Joann's and it happened to be on clearance, so I picked it up. I don't think they carry it any longer. At least I haven't seen it out and about. So I was really happy that I picked it up, and I'm sad that I only had one sheet. Kudos to me for not hoarding it because I've only had it since like Christmas, maybe. I think I got it like around Christmas time-ish, maybe October, November. Not the point. This pretty like floral was scraps that I had. So I had enough scraps to make 3 cards. So I am definitely a rule of 3 person, and I want my eye to like float and all of the elements to be on each line. So the top, middle, and bottom. Anyway, I kept trying to make that black and white scrap work, and it just was not happening. The Kisses print, I have no idea where it's from. I want to say maybe an old Hobby Lobby piece of paper. It's really thin, and you will see me fight like hell with it because I try to run it through my paper cutter and I jack it up multiple times. So it was a whole thing. And it's funny because it's the card that I'm trying to work on right now is the only time I actually end up using it. I do try to make it work in another place, but it's the only element that I didn't repeat, which is odd and really unlike me. But I thought it was cute as a topper. I had cut that card and then punched it with my Project Life corner rounder. And sometimes that corner rounder and I get into a fight and it jacks up my edge. So I was just trying to make a new one. That's really what it was about. And so all this fighting was just because I wanted a perfect rounded corner. Wow, that's a lot of work for a fucking corner round. Anyway, our round corner. So anyways, back to content of photos. So my boyfriend and I did a surf and turf night a day late. So I'm not a huge Valentine's person. I like celebrating, but not in the, we need to go out to dinner. You need to buy me a giant teddy bear that's absurdly sized and overpriced and buy me roses. I'm not a really fancy showy gal like that. I'm more like, can we go to the mountains? Can we eat food? Feed me? I'm not super into the whole commercialized portion of it, I guess is what I should say. This is the part where I fight with the brand new card I just made and have to make a whole new top. F my life. And then I realized, it'd probably just be better if you gave it more paper. Totally didn't work. And we ended up having to, I ended up having to cut it by hand and then holding it up to the other 4x6 card just to make sure I got the sizing right. What a pain in the ass. Anywho, so we decided to use surf and turf. We both love to cook and we both love to eat. So it would make sense that we did this. I'm sorry all this cute washi sticking is happening off camera. At the time, I didn't know that. But again, we'll pan the whole thing at the end so you'll see it. But we did everything in-house and mainly in the cast iron. I cooked some mashed potatoes and green beans that weren't in the cast iron, but we definitely gave the cast iron a workout. And it was a day late, so I didn't really do a lot of journaling. That'll come in, sorry about that, towards the end. I just did a little block. You can see that little paper pad that I brought in is a really old, I think it's like an odd size. It's like a 4.5 by 6.5 paper pad from Hobby Lobby, and it's the Wild and Free. Again, it's a really old pad. I don't think they have it anymore. I was just trying to use up things in my stash, and that totally vibed with that light pink and brought a little bit of blue into things. And I really did love that blue, and it offset all that red. It kind of toned things down a bit. As far as washi goes, I did use my main squeeze set from Crate Paper. That's an older Crate Paper. I happened to pick that little setup at Tuesday Morning a while back. And it has like the heart faces that you'll see me use, and then the little XOXO was from that. There's a red hearts washi that's like in these perfect rows, and then the little black and white cross pattern. Those are from older Hobby Lobby sets as well. If you're new to my channel, by the way, welcome. If you're an old-time subscriber or just a fairly recent subscriber, you guys kind of know that I am, by the way, I changed this whole card and rip it up towards the end. Spoiler alert. If you guys have been around for a while or whether you're just tuning in, I'm really endeavoring to get through some supplies. I'm going to do some buy it and try it style videos for sure this year. And this is kind of buy it and try it a little bit because that ombre paper is still fairly new to my stash, but I'm really just trying to use up older stuff. And unfortunately, that means sometimes that I use product that's no longer available. And I'm okay with that. There's so much stuff out there that's comparable. And I think maybe that's why I'm on such a binge with using the old stuff, because it always kind of repeats itself in a way, especially like I had a fight with this thing. So my corner rounder sometimes gets jammed if I put photos in it now. I don't know why, but yeah, it was a pain in the ass. So there's that. But I am trying to get through my supplies. So I'm really, really sorry if I use something that you love, but you cannot get. Like that washi that I just put down, or probably any of the washi I use. I'm sorry. But I spent years hoarding supplies because I was working too much and I couldn't use them. So I'm just happy to rediscover them and get to use them, to be honest. I also get a lot of supplies at places like Tuesday Morning. Not all Tuesday mornings are created equal, so that does kind of present its own set of problems. Sorry about the little jump there. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, I think I had to do a work conference call type thing and then get back to scrapping. So sorry about that little hop. So yeah, let's get back to some product. Oh, there's going to be so many stickers. So all of the little heart stickers that you see, like the one in that top left-hand corner in the middle row all the way to the right. Follow that. They are actually enamel. They're like little enamel hearts from Sticko, and you can get them at Walmart. And I want to say they're like $1 or $2. They're so freaking cheap, and they're so freaking cute and great. And I have 3 sets because I'm obsessed with them, and I didn't find them again until recently. So I was happy. The love, both in the the plate photo and the cookie photo, and then the hot that's on the steak that I end up moving, I think. And then that actually says swoon. They are all like these cardstock type stickers that are bumped up on foam. They're from Mambi. They're older. If you remember the soft spoken collections that they used to do, where it was thicker embellishment type things, but it was great because it was already bumped up on the foam for you. And this is like pre-cardstock, not cardstock, but chipboard days, I think. Even this is like when Mambi was back in the day awesome. And they're still awesome. That came out wrong. I'm sorry, because I love Mambi, and that's the shortened term for Me and My Big Ideas. So if you've never used their products before, they're also the creators of Happy Planner, so that's more of what you see now. I did try to make these sticker sheets from Citrus Twist work, and I struggled over and over and over because I wanted to use some of the phrases, but it just wasn't happening. I do use some of these LaLaLove stickers. And I do use one of the thickers to like make a card, with that ombre cursive print. And that's, I've said, so many times, and I freaking hate when I do that. So things to keep in mind. I have tons of pre-made Project Life cards, and that's all well and fine, but I have taken to making my own lately with all these awesome extra embellishment pieces that I have laying about, and they just make a really great card if you can tie them in that way. Again, and I don't put it on the the ombre page. I do it on a different print. Now I know what I did, like looking back, I can remember. So you'll see me basically make a 3x4 card, let's put it that way. And it's super simple. I put a sticker on a piece of paper that was 3x4. Boom! There you go. Right there. I just did it. Oh my gosh. So simple. It sounds so crazy. And I wish, I kept thinking like, I should put enamel dots, or I should dress it up here and there. And the more I looked at it, I was like, this is perfect. Like, I could lay this on a printer and I would have been totally happy with purchasing it in the store as a flat card. And just, okay, done. I did go about making this spread a little bit differently, because normally I'd almost go, I don't know, I kind of did one card at a time in some cases, and then in some I would dabble on all cards. It was a bizarre build for sure. I left a lot open because I wasn't really sure where I wanted to put my journaling, and I do struggle with that quite a bit. I didn't need a lot of journaling. I knew what the day was about. And obviously they were all from the same like event day. So I end up using a little box from the Colorful Boxes sticker book from Me and My Big Ideas to just do a little journaling spot, which you'll see me do towards the end. These are the Root Beer Float Alpha thickers. So they're foam and they're pretty big actually. And I have quite a few packs of them, because I like them and I didn't realize I'd collected so many. I did struggle with placement, and it wasn't really hard to get them above the paper, so I was happy about that. But I just used them to spell surf and turf there at the bottom. Otherwise, this layout's pretty done. You're going to see me put the journaling on there. I do use 2 different date stamps to get the stamping done, because the date stamp I had didn't have a 2020 on it, so I had to improvise with a different one. So that was a fun exercise. But this is a really simple layout, to be completely honest, and we're almost here at the end. I think I've got maybe like a minute left in this, but I hope you guys all have a wonderful Valentine's Day, doing whatever you and your Valentine think is best for you. I don't think you should follow any rules or anything. Just make it about each other and spend it with the people that you love, not even, necessarily a significant other or partner, because that's not always possible. But do the things that you love with those that you love. Girls, guys, whatever the case may be. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I look forward to seeing everyone's Valentine posts. And happy crafting until next week. I love you all so much. Thank you for all the support you give. I could not be any more grateful. Binks has now joined me in the filming studio, so I'm going to go hang out with her. But until next week, happy crafting.